Let's talk about your weekends. I know what you're thinking. He just did a podcast about the holidays where he yelled at me that I need to eat a certain way on certain holidays. And now he's going to talk about the weekends? Yes, I am. This message is for anybody that has something big that they want to achieve with their body. They want to lose a bunch of weight, or they want to get muscular and super lean, or you have some health concerns that you want to work on, like your doctor is concerned about some sort of blood work or something, and you are a person that actually wants to work on it. And so you need to work on your weekends. That's what my message is to you.
This is the game of food.
This is the game of food.
We're helping real people get real results with delicious food. Real food. Live from Spencer's home studio, podcasting to the world. This is Game of Food. And here's your host, Spencer Frederick.
I find that some people will list several reasons why the scale isn't moving, why they're not achieving more with their health and body, why they are, at a certain point and can't get any further. And they will list all these things like, I struggle here, I miss workouts, I was sitting too much, I'm super busy. And they're listing all of this stuff that is actually the 1%, when in reality, the 99% is the weekends. They do well Monday through Thursday, and then they overeat Friday through Sunday, and they gain all the weight back and even plus some sometimes. And then they're wondering why they're quitting programs like, well, I did this diet plan, but I couldn't eat that food. I did this nutrition plan and it wasn't for me. I did this plan and I hated the guy. But really what it is quitting. And it's because of the weekends. You get to Friday and you just go, screw it. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to enjoy myself. I've earned this, whatever your mind tells you. And you just follow through with whatever your mind tells you. And you have a weekend where you just binge. And then Monday it's hard to start again, so then you come up with an excuse why you quit that previous plan, because you wasted your time, you wasted your money, because you won't correct your weekends. Now, I just sent an email to my clients. I put out a detailed list of how to improve your weekends, and I'm not going to say any of that in this talk today. In this episode, I'm not. Because you first have to accept that it could be the thing that is holding you back. And for many it is. And for some reason it's like this untouchable thing like, no, I don't do that on the weekends. This is actually what I do and it's untouchable. You can't get in on that. And I'm going to take a step back and be quiet on the weekends and not fill you in on all the details because I'm really doing whatever I want. And I get it. I enjoy the weekends too. I think a lot of us do. But you can't give up 10 weekends out of 52 in a year. You can't give up 12 or 15 weekends out of 52. Some of you are super nice and super generous. If you had $52 in your pocket and I was like, crap, I forgot my wallet. Can I have $15 to buy lunch? You would hand me $15 and you would insist I never pay you back. Some of you are very generous with your time. If you had 52 minutes available and somebody needed 15 minutes, a phone call or something to speak with you, you would give them the time. But you won't give somebody who's partnered with you on your health and your body, you won't give them 15 weekends out of 52. No, I can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Well, why are we at this point where, maybe we are soft enough that we don't see these major things, these major boulders that if we pushed them over, we would really achieve something great with our health and body, or we would overcome some health concerns that we have. These major boulders like weekends. Think about it. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 3 out of 7 days, which is 43% of your week, which if you do this every week, which a lot of you do, I know I used to, it's 43% of our life. 43% of the time, if you're overeating, do you think you can gain weight off of 43% of overeating out of your week? Yes, the answer is definitely yes. We've all been there. But for some reason, we enjoy the weekends so much that when we say the words, I want to get back to this weight, I need to lose 100 pounds, I want to be muscular and lean, it does not match up with how we actually spend our week. And like I said, you don't have to do this forever either. It's not 52 weekends out of 52 that you have to give up. I don't give up 52. I have my little boy's birthday party coming up, and I'm going to have cupcakes and tacos. That's what I'm actually going to eat. And I'm probably going to have some other weekends, probably Easter, looking ahead. I'm making this just before spring. Probably 4th of July in the summer. But I know I have to do good up until then. I know that I can't let one birthday meal turn into 2 weeks solid of eating whatever I want. For many of you, the answer is the weekends. And it is, in some cases, your blind spot. You won't even think about it. You've just always done certain things on the weekends that you're actually afraid to ever change it, which keeps you from ever changing it. You're afraid to do new things, eat new things, trying to meal prep on the weekends, maybe limiting your time at the bar or certain restaurants, or maybe skipping out on certain trips so that you can achieve something with your health and body. You're afraid to do that. And so it's a blind spot. Literally nobody can say anything to you about your weekends because you won't accept it. You won't even accept the conversation. You just brush it off like nothing happened. And I've been doing this for a while. I have never seen a gym member or one of my clients ever regret giving up a few weekends to achieve a great transformation, whether it's with their health or their body. Because when I see somebody change their body drastically, like they look like a new person, it is a very exciting thing for them personally. I think also equally exciting is when they go to the doctor and they get bad news that blood work is going the wrong way, and then they go back after trying really hard on their health, and the doctor goes, wow, what are you doing? Everything is in the normal ranges. Those are like equal. People can get so excited. I've seen people with happy tears in their eyes. Oh my gosh, it's just such a great feeling. And then there's no one that regrets what they gave up to get there. Like, hey, person that has this incredible transformation, do you regret, working hard through the weekends? No, I don't, is what they would say. And you would say the same thing, but you're not allowing yourself to get there. And maybe it's good that I talk about my own weekends. So for years, my weekends were terrible. I would do Monday through Friday, roughly about 5 o'clock on Friday. Monday through Friday at 5, I would be perfect. I would eat small, high-protein meals. I would eat my fruits and vegetables, and I wouldn't have one bite that was off my plan. And then Friday at 5 hit, and I would do whatever the heck I wanted, and I would eat. And I mean, I would eat. There are not many people that can keep up with me when I decide to turn on my binge. And that's what I would do. It would be a solid binge from Friday night all the way through Sunday night. And then Monday I would feel bad and just get right back on track. And I would do that every single weekend. And it took a lot to conquer my weekends. And I kept practicing. So I wanted to achieve more with my body. My health has always been good. Maybe I'm lucky. I've always had an active lifestyle, but maybe I'm lucky with my blood work. But I wanted to achieve more with my body. And I noticed I wasn't. I was not achieving it. And so the big boulder I had to push was my weekends. And I practiced, and it didn't go well. I kept spiraling into my old habits, and I kept telling myself, oh, well, maybe it's not meant to be. And then I'd start up again. And really, all I had to do was face it. I knew there was no magic thing, no program, some weekend program that I had to buy to improve my weekends. I just had to face it. I had to keep my good habits going longer through the weekend. And it took me months, maybe even years, because I was doing it on my own. I didn't have a coach at the time like I do now. It took me years to accomplish, but now finally I can turn on a calculated weekend and do very well at ease. It is easier, and I continue to try to practice that because I think it is a skill that you can lose if you let it. You guys have been there too. You go out for drinks, you go to your favorite restaurant, with your favorite appetizers and fries and deliciousness, and it spirals you into bad habits for multiple days after that gathering or meal. And so I know that even though I'm sitting here saying that I had terrible weekends nutritionally, and now they're in order and I do well, I still have to practice because I think it's a skill that I could easily lose. I can get trapped into those bad habits on the weekends just as quick as I gained this skill. It's hard to do, but it's a simple concept. You just have to practice. It's no different than doing push-ups. How do you get stronger? Or how do you get better at doing push-ups? You have to do push-ups. How do you get better at your weekends? You have to practice and do well on weekends, and eventually you'll get better and better with time. This talk right here for many of you will drastically improve your health and fitness if you give it a chance. Spencer, signing off.